Alright, welcome back to Wagons of Steel. It's still a party and everyone is still invited. That last video got cut off right when we had finished figuring out what the problem was in Stevie's shop. We had the engine installed and we figured out that the distributor was not communicating nicely with our ignition setup, or at least not the same way as it was with Stevie's ignition at his dyno. So when we plugged it in, it caused it to run super advanced, like 50 degrees advanced, which is way too much for anything except a nitro engine, and which mine is not. And so we figured that out and basically put another distributor in that we brought with us, Dr. Big Block, and then we fired up the car and put it in the trailer and drove 3 hours down the road to Famoso drag strip in Bakersfield, and they call it stacking, where you park in multiple lines to get in and put your car in the pit areas. And it was unbelievably hot, like 102 degrees when we got out of the truck to wait to be let into the pit area. And we were sitting around talking with our friends and, desperately running from shade spot to shade spot. It's great to be back. Saw a bunch of people I knew in the lines, and I just can't say it enough. I really missed being at the drag strip and racing stock eliminator. So we got in, we got a really nice pit area, and then went to the hotel and enjoyed the air conditioning, and got up the next day and came back to the strip, set our pit area up, and went to what did we do? We had to wait until noon to actually run down the track. They gave us 3 time runs. It was a test and tune day. And we ran an 11:08 at 122, another 11:08 at 122, and then 11:09 at 122 miles an hour. And we were really hoping to be deep into the 10s, but we were a lot closer than we were before. When we blew the engine up, the car was running what would have been 1150s or something really slow. And so we were on to something. And besides, 11:08, 11:08, 11:09, I mean, we were ready to bracket race there. And the index is 1140, so we're way under the index. In fact, there have been different points in the history of Wagons of Steel where that is just what the car runs. So, like I say, we were hoping it would be faster, but it wasn't. And, the air was horrible. It was really, really hot. And the adjusted altitude was 4,000 feet above sea level. And the barometer was 29.1. And I don't know if those numbers mean anything to you, but they basically mean your car's going to run slow. The higher above sea level you go, the slower your car goes. So we had to be happy with that. Stevie, since we took up so much of his time on Tuesday, he had to work on Wednesday. But on Thursday he showed up, and Thursday was the first day of qualifying for the Friday race. And we ran we picked up, I don't have my book in front of me to tell me, but our first pass was like an 11:01 or 2, and then I weighed the car, and the guy said my car was 70 pounds heavy, or even more. Like, he said we weighed 4,070 pounds, which I think is heavy, but I took him at his word and went back and took 80 pounds out of the trunk of the car, which brought us down to 3980. Maybe you're better at math than me. Anyways, brought us back down into the range of where we needed to be, because the car has to weigh a minimum of 3955, and so taking all that weight out,